back at it once again. Daddy Duty season number 2, and we got a special guest. We back to do it again. We said we was coming back with guests. We said we was gonna do bigger and better things, and that's what we doing. So it's your favorite fathers for sure, Jeremy J.
And AK.
And we here with one of my guys for sure, Mr. Cody the Dad. He is an entrepreneur. He is a great father to 2 beautiful girls, also bonus girls he has as, you know, being a stepfather. He has a lot going on, and we definitely gonna talk to him and figure it out, see what's going on with him. So, what's going on?
What's up?
Welcome to the show.
Welcome to the show.
Real happy to be here. Thanks for thinking about me, man. Thanks, most definitely appreciate it.
Yeah, no doubt. How you doing?
Great. I can't complain.
That's what we like to hear. That's what we like to hear.
I have nothing to complain about. Yeah. What's up?
Man, yeah, we here to figure it out, man. You know, how you doing, AK?
Man, I'm cool. You know, I'm blessed, man. You know, it's always a up and down, left, right combination for me. But like bro said, I love the energy. He said he's great. I feel great. I know it's another day to be a dad, handle my responsibilities, and just get to it. So good to be back on the show. Good to complete what we've completed. Season 2. We've got a guest. More fathers, like you said, we got plenty dads out here.
For sure.
We got plenty stories out here.
Great fathers.
Yeah, we just wanted to have a safe space where we could learn, dig, you know, and get to some more, you know, just learn about each other, learn how to be a better father, man, learn how to be there for our kids and be there for each other as men.
For sure.
You know, so I'm good, bro. You know, I'm excited about what we're about to dig into and everything.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
You know?
That's what's up, bro. So, my man Cody,
Yeah.
tell us about, man, Noble. Tell us about Noble.
Noble.
Tell us about Noble, man. Noble is, you know, your clothing line, correct?
Yep.
That's your brand?
Yep.
Okay. So, tell us how we got there.
Noble, man, I've been doing Noble for about 9 years now. It really crazy. It originally started from working at Finish Line, honestly.
Okay.
My whole background is retail. The whole background is retail. It was just something about putting that name tag on every day at work, clocking in, and it's like, and I'm selling Jordans and Nikes and Adidas and Under Armour and North Face.
Yeah.
And I'm seeing, we get all of these packs that come in, and I'm seeing table spreadsheets and listing tables, and it's crazy, and I'm not even realizing it, but then I'm realizing I'm processing this.
Yeah.
And it's like, hold up. I'm literally looking at their blueprint of what people are seeing, the expectations, and I like it. I love fashion, and before there was ever Noble, it was my mom. My mom was into fashion. My mom wanted to go to fashion school, but her mom wouldn't allow her to, unfortunately. But it didn't stop my mom's her juices. You know, we was always at Hancock Fabrics every day, so it was something that just wore into me. But it's like Noble was the birth from Finish Line. So shouts out to Finish Line, man.
Man, shouts out to Finish Line.
Finish Line.
Yeah, there's a lot of good dudes there. You gotta keep them shoes fresh.
Yeah.
So that turned you to the retail, so you had to come up with a product.
Yeah, and I didn't gain a product until I had an unfortunate situation to where it was actually a blessing to be able to just sit down and just focus. And the first thing that came to mind, man, when I had nothing, no money, no motion, as they call it, was Noble. And I just started writing it down, and I was like, man, what is this really gonna mean? Like, before all these t-shirt clothing brands was popping up and doing all this stuff.
Before chat.
Yeah, before chat, all of that, all these hats.
Real creative mind day.
Yeah.
Noble. So
yeah, it's just like before everything, it was like, to me, I wanted it to represent what I was going through. And it was all about just keep pushing yourself. Like, the hurdles that come, keep jumping over it, keep figuring it out. Like, there's something, and it's like, to me, I never was the type to like fit into crowds. Like, you send me to a party, you gonna catch me outside the crowd, probably outside the party. It's more comfortable that way. But it's just like, I don't know. It's like, it's something in me that was telling me like, this is what you're supposed to be doing. And that's why I don't never get frustrated when I've been doing this for like 9 years and people want to have this instant success when they get on Facebook and Instagram. It's like, y'all not realizing y'all looking at highlight reels of people's success in like 30 seconds and you try to compare your whole life. Like, it's not gonna happen overnight.
Yeah.
Like,
Be ready for the grind. Ready for the ends, ups and downs.
Be ready
for the being broke to start this project.
Oh my God.
Start this brand.
If you can handle being broke,
It ain't for you.
it ain't for you. It ain't for you. It ain't for you.
Even fatherhood, it's daddy duty. Let's go right into it, man. So how does being broke stay on topic? Was you broke before you became a father, or did you kind of got to figure it out? Like right now we go through ups and downs in life. We know that, but at that moment when you created Noble, was you a father already?
Yeah. So I had Noble. As they said, Noble was actually having good motion at the time that I was having my kids. And crazy enough, the cool thing about me is that I got Irish twins. So I was one of those wild dads.
All right.
One,
two, two.
We telling the truth. My kids are 9 months apart. And it was crazy. It was crazy, but the wild thing is when I had my first daughter, Ryla, it's something in me just snapped. It just clicked for me. It was like, okay, you're a dad. And then when I had my second daughter, it was like even a bigger snap for me, because it was like, look, you have no time to really clown around or like think outside the box like all these other guys is doing and selling dope and trying to get rich over here and scam and trying to finesse over there. Like you don't have that option.
Man.
So like you gotta buckle down. It's like what I did have, being blessed with, was a clothing brand. So I took that and I took I would say the motivation of having 2 daughters at once, and that's what fueled me. That's what got me to where I am.
Man, that's dope. How you say the overnight success? That's a dope story. 'Cause that's what it takes, and to create, to be a father. It be some sleepless days, some rough days. Something you mentioned that me and Germ talked about before. Like, all the time he said he figured it out when he first had his son. When it's time to figure it out. You brought up no dope or none of that. Like I said, we had to come with real life options of not going to jail. Man. You see what I mean? Like real life options of not going to jail, falling to the stereotype to be a father. That's I commend you for that, bro. Like that's dope, man. So.
Like I be telling people, and one of the biggest things in my brand is an acceptance of every walk, and it's like. It's no shade to the dope boys.
For sure, no. You gotta get how you get it.
If that's how you get it, bro, shit. Get some paper. It comes with a
background. It comes with kids. It comes with people in jail, so we know the system.
But it come with the name. It come with standing on that name. Like it come with that, and I wasn't doing that. Yeah. It just wasn't in me to do that. Yeah. What standing on my name was. Have a responsibility for my kids and make sure I can get it this way instead of that way.
For sure.
Okay. That's what's up, man. That's really what's up for real. Just being having them ghetto twins, that's tough. So with having those two different, mothers of your children at the same time, what was that like?
Man, it was crazy at first because I'm gonna be real with you. I was one of them ones. I was riding that fence. I was riding that fence, boy. I was as long as I could, boy. I was riding that fence, and it just got to a point to where, like we was talking about somewhere earlier, where you either got a backbone or you don't got a backbone as a man.
Yeah,
you gonna make your mind up, play, or you gonna be playing these silly games all the time, and you're not gonna get nowhere. And I had never heard of a man having a situation like that and being able to have both of the mothers, not baby mamas, but mothers, be cordial with each other.
Yeah, that's my next question. I'm glad you went straight into that.
Yeah, and as
from the beginning,
I was able to just sit with myself and start looking at how I was doing things. I had to make a choice. Be with one mother and understand that you did break a home, but now you're showing that you're breaking a generational curse, that you can mold this, you can do this. There's still hope in this situation, and that was the biggest thing.
So your daughters is pretty clse, like as far as
boy,
like they feel like they're in the same house. That's the phrase that you brought.
They don't know the difference.
And that's cool. That's what it's about. See, I got multiple kids, and I was in that situation. I had 2 by 1, and then I had one on the outside, and I came back and had one by that, and they back to back 9 months close, all that. So it was definitely difficult. My split on top of already having kids before, but having them 2 closest right there was like, but I always made sure my kids was cool together. They grew up together, they love each other, they talk on a regular. So like for the fathers in this situation, if you got Irish twins, if you got multiple kids, if you did whatever you do, make amends with the kids, man. Make amends with the mothers. Let them get a chance to grow up and be friends. Because I had a talk with somebody last week, and one of the boys didn't know who his dad was for 5 years. And then now he won't know other things about this siblings and stuff like that. And I was like, just give the young man an opportunity. You know what I mean? To know who his brothers and sister is, so it won't be that. It was like a back and forth questions and going back. And I'm just saying, as a father, as a man, just give me an option, man. Don't make the decision for me. So that's why I don't know where I was going with that. I just popped up. That was on my mind.
Real quick, man. I just want to say, shouts out to both of the mothers of my daughters, because the way that. Look, this clothing brand, like life or lifestyle, this is not what you see on Instagram and Facebook. Like, this is real hard work. This is, that both of the mothers will tell you, this is staying up to 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning and then trying to get right back and take care of kids and get to where they gotta go. The things that these moms can do without me, while I'm doing hoops, while I'm taking care of business, crazy. But those are the things that I aspired, I manifested, that I wanted to have. I wanted that to make sense. So it's just like being where you want to be in life is like so important, bro. It's so important. As a man, as a father,
and choosing good mothers. They say choosing good mothers as well. Shout out to the good mothers. They take off so many problems. They saved my life having these multiple kids to do this, to do that. So that's the key. Shout out to all y'all good mothers, all y'all mothers, good mothers. Now you can get even more applause.
We see y'all for sure.
That's all. But how was you raised, Cody? What made you who you are today? You mentioned your mother with the clothing line. Is your father around? Any influences? Give us a little bit of your background. Shaped you.
My background is North Omaha, born and raised, Omaha, Nebraska, 16 Corby Street, Spencer Projects. That is a start of where I came from. That's the home. Single parent home. raised by my mom. Pops wasn't there.
You know him?
I do know him, but I didn't really get to know him until I was like 20, 21.
Damn. You didn't meet him till you was 21?
Nah, he was always in the city doing his thing, you know, moving around. He was one of them cool guys.
Mm-hmm.
Had championships in high school, so was, you know.
But he dropped the ball on being a dad, though.
He dropped the ball on being a dad.
Yeah, shoot the ball, all that score, but drop the ball on being a dad.
Boy, could do it all, but couldn't do it all for me, unfortunately. that's how I looked at it, the nice way. But no, I grew up. My mom raised me. Damn, she did a hell of a job because I gave her a run for her money.
Shout out to the moms. The moms, especially our moms. We got some dope balls. I know that. I can hear it.
I was raised by
Me too. Me too.
Yeah, like I had my aunties and moms on my mom's side, but I had my uncle and my dad's like, well, women, strong women, not no masculine women, strong and they been still let us be males.
Y'all definitely let us be males.
Yeah, that's
on my ass.
Yeah, you about to be doing, hey, man,
I'm still scared.
I'm telling you,
I still respect my mom to this day.
My grandma really ran things though. My
Okay.
grandma really ran things. Like that was the woman. That was the first woman I ever saw me money.
Grandpa? What did she have a grandpa?
No grandpa.
Dang,
Okay, all women. Whole
Yeah.
lifestyle. And I guess that was something growing up that for me, I was like, I don't really like this
dynamic. Yeah, for real, bro. For real.
It's not.
Something's missing.
Yeah, it's like, where's the sternness when you need it?
Yeah.
It's like, I knew I wanted to give that, and that's how we got to where I'm at in my life.
Cool.
How is your relationship with your pops today?
My relationship with my pops, man, I wish, being real with you, I wish it was better, but it's not, because it's one of those things where it's like, I don't know what it was back in the day. I don't know why most dudes was the way they was back in the day, but it's just like, bro, like, you had a son and you just wasn't there for me. It's like my mom was doing everything that she could, and it's like that forgiveness just, I can't forgive you for that, unfortunately. I should. It's the right thing to do is forgive, but it's like, no. I don't wish nothing bad on that man. If he was to speak to me today, I would,
I'm about to say, have you tried reaching out? Have y'all tried? Or just kind of just in the air? What it is?
Nah, because with me, it's after a while it's not me. This has nothing to do with me.
Yeah.
What's the point of me reaching out to you for your habits?
Yeah.
You have a habit.
Yeah.
You don't like taking responsibility.
Yeah. That's crazy you say that. That's how I feel right now, and I love my dad. He grew up, but it's kind of, this year, I say I'm pouring into people that's pouring into me regardless.
For sure.
And I really had to look at the list, and I want my dad to support me and my kids more. And I'm like, bro, you right down the street. You ain't doing much.
Crazy.
I'm not saying you ain't doing nothing. You ain't doing much. At least pull up. Come buy a slushie. Island, shouts out to Island Cheese. Come up to a game. You know what I mean? Do something.
At this point, because the mindset ain't really caught up. That's the crazy thing about kids. They grow up and they start to see.
Yeah.
Okay, mom had it on lock. Dad wasn't shit. Or dad had it on lock. Mom had it on lock.
For real.
They didn't.
Yeah.
We was raised separately, but both did something to where I didn't really notice.
Right.
And I think that's what it becomes about with kids. Like, raise them. If as a dad, bro, if it don't work out with moms, it don't work out with moms. You got to, that's relationship shit. nothing to do with the kid.
Yeah.
As a dad, you gotta really be there for your kid.
For real. No matter what,
No
man.
matter what.
No matter what. Like you
matter
say,
what.
this is a channel back on what you said. You don't know what happened to them fathers back then. We really don't know.
Yeah.
Like for real, we were trying to figure like what, why, what, right, that's what they for us to figure out. But you know, now the new fathers, the new generation, be there, be present. Don't hear my baby mama ain't doing it. It's courts, it's support systems. It's a lot. But guess what? We do a lot when we want to do what we want to do. Is that we went through a lot to get that nut to do what we want to do. You know what I mean? So go through the steps. Quit leaving these kids out here, whether they boys, girls, kids, anything. Don't leave your seed out here. Be there for them no matter what. And if you broke, show up broke. You know, if you up, show up. Whatever the case may be there.
They gonna love you no matter what.
For real.
They gonna love you no matter what. That's the purest form of love that you gonna get. Is from your child.
Yeah.
For real. Ain't nobody gonna love you like your child and your mama.
Right.
You know what I mean? For real. Or, you know, if you do have both parents, but ain't nobody gonna love you like them. You know what I'm saying? And your kid. It's a different type of love. You know what I'm saying? When you got the love from your child, and you, especially like as a father, when you got the love from your girl and she run up, every time you see her, she run up to you.
Get into that, yeah.
Every time she see you, she
runs
up to you, bro. Come on, man. That's
crazy.
That's like the best feeling in the world. You know what I'm saying? Because it's funny because I got 7, but I got them from 18 to 1. You know what I'm saying? And my daughter is 5, and then my youngest is 1. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I picked them up from daycare. Both of them do the same thing, but it's different feelings. You know what I'm saying? Because I love when my 1-year-old. I mean, as soon as I see him, I don't care where he at. He turn up. He turn up. He turn up every time, bro. He turn up every time. Hey, let me get to my dad. I'm trying to get to my dad.
But only if he knew. You can't wait to see baby girl.
Hey, you know what I'm saying? So,
I love you, son. Hey, baby girl, so get over here.
When I see my daughter, every time she run full speed, bro. Dad! And we, you know what I'm saying? It's just that embracement, but just, you know, just having that, you know, that love from your kid, man. You know, when I first got from all my kids, when they was able to say, I love you, Dad. That one was like, that one was it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, yeah, man, having that love for your kids, man, that's the best thing, man. Yeah. And a lot of fathers missed out on that. You know, I feel like when we was growing up, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. When we was growing up, I feel like a lot of fathers missed out on that, and I feel like a lot of fathers stepped up from that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I felt like that made changed. A lot of better fathers. You know, in our age, in our generation, you know what I'm saying? So,
I mean, statistically, I've seen it statistically shows too that there are more present fathers now than there were back in the day.
Yeah.
Well, let's keep it going, Daddy Duty.
Let's keep it lit. Let's keep this Daddy Duty going, man. That's
like
what
the
we
co-host.
do.
So how's the father and the girls, man? Like you how do you feel too? You know?
So I have the 2 biological. And then I have 2 bonus daughters as well, 16 going on 17, and then the 11 going on 12.
Oh, you right in the middle of everything. God, right in the middle.
You got everything
we might
going
get
on.
We might have to, let's see seconds deep.
How old are your daughters?
And mine are the 5 and 6. Sometimes it hits, but they both hit the same age.
So I know, like, it's because with my daughter, so I got 2 bonus daughters, and one is 21. I think, she's 21, and then her little sister is 15. And my daughter is 5. So my daughter, like, tries to act like
the oldest.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
the one that stays at home with that. You know, how is that? How is that right there?
That's crazy that you say that, because And first of all, it's crazy. I don't even call my kids bonus or step kids.
I don't either.
Yeah,
I just say
my kids.
that.
It's my kids, bro.
Right.
If we share any type of communication where it's real love and communication.
For sure.
You my kid now.
Definitely.
But my 5-year-old, oh my God, that is the ringleader, bro. Because it's crazy. Y'all talk about y'all got boys and I got all girls. She feels like my boy. Like I have no desire to want to try to go get another kid. None of that. Like I'm done. I'm cool.
It's a wrap.
It's a wrap for me because I have what I need right here. Like she's girly, but her looking at all the other ages and seeing where they get in trouble, where they're not getting in trouble. Like she's strategic. Like she knows what she's doing. I call her the glue because this little girl keeps everything together for real. But
that's dope. Like I said, you can learn from a baby if you pay attention, but that's that everyday presence, and you see that with those multiple kids in that. And as they get their teenage years, they get their own ways, their own things, and baby girl's still a sponge to it all.
But not even realize that she's just imitating what y'all are showing her.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, but yeah, she runs the show, so that's cool to see.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
So being a stepfather, you know, you say you don't call them your bonus kids. I commend you for that. That's a big step.
For sure.
That's
Yeah.
big. You know, some guys step in the household and just there for the mother. You know what I mean? The kid just around. They ain't doing nothing with the kid. You know, they just as long as they happy with the mom doing what they supposed to do. Hey, what's up? You see, I would say that's how they treat the kids. So, how is that relationship been approaching it? Because obviously you met her before, you know, all that. So, you went into it like that, or just kind of grew on you, and then once you had your kids, like, let me adapt more into it.
No, I knew mom had kids, so going into it was like, I don't know if it's just because of how I was raised, but it was just like, okay, I don't know, it might be common sense, because it might just be like, okay, if I know I'm going to do anything with you, and these are your children,
They coming along for a
they
while.
coming along for it.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not gonna do something, and that's the thing too. Like, I'm not gonna do something for just my daughter and then not do anything for the rest of them.
Yeah.
Because I think that's weird for one.
Yeah.
It's like you're excelling everybody out for what,
Yeah.
and then you're raising a kid that can now be disrespectful now in the family behind your back to the other kids. Like, that's. Bro,
Because they got a reason to now.
yeah.
Got a feeling, something like that, you know.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's deep. So, since no babies, like obviously the kids came from another guy. Daddy dudes, you never had no problems with the guy or him trying to be.
Oh man.
His hair wasn't going to this. This is real life. You see what I'm saying? This is real life. We learning here. You know, we sharing.
We get to nitty gritty.
It's crazy because I tell any guy, if you deal with a woman, young lady, kids, you really have, the ball is really in your court, man, because you get to learn if you get this experience that I was gifted and blessed to have of knowing two gentlemen of hers for her kids. One gentleman is outstanding, is rock star, everything that I would do for my kid, this dude does for his kid. Crazy.
That's what's up.
You got this other dude. You can't even give him a title
Man.
of
Father.
You can't even say that.
Yeah.
You can't even say
Other
it.
dude, you said it.
Just other dude.
Other dude.
Because you just see like the nonsense, and it's just like, how can you?
And still carry it on.
And still carry it on.
See,
And it's one thing that I had to just tell the mom and even tell the child, because now the child is growing. It's like after a while you have to realize this your daughter is going to realize who's there for her. I've never once forced my kids to say, I'm your dad. the step kids, whatever you want to call them. Dad and pops, whatever. You call them a first name.
I'm here though.
I'm here. If you want to say that, you can. And they have expressed that to me, dad, whatever, stepdad. And I think the most hurtful thing as a man is to see another man's kid call another man their dad, but because you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing. And it's just like, when you really look at it,
That's real.
it's like,
I'm glad you brought that up. Because we talking about stepdads and all that, just being real. I've never wanted that for my kids, bro.
ever.
That was like one of the pain, because my mom let a couple guys come into the house and move in. I was only me, I'm a single child. The guys was a good example of what I tried to be, but they was never the man I knew was for my mom. But I used to get pissed when they used to try to call me their son, though. You see what I mean? Like, for real, bro.
Like, who are
You
you?
doing nothing. Right. It's okay. So, you know what I mean? That's kind of, that dad title carried weight with me as I grew up. Like, bro, you gotta earn that.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like, it should be.
Yeah.
And then to see them not take care of their other kids. How you gonna try to take care of me and call me son? Because my mom was taking care of me, doing the right thing. I'm a good kid. But your other sons need more help. You had kids by whatever type of mother they is. You see what I mean? But you're not really there for them. You know what I mean? I'm like, damn. So that's kind of be like.
And you know where it gets bad at? When you look at someone and you're just like, and you accept that this is you, like you're this the guy that's just not going to do anything. You're going to be there. You're going to wait. What you're going to do is you're going to wait until this child has become a woman or a man, and then you're going to try to implement. It's like,
It's too late.
it's too late.
It's too late.
Now you got to deal with an adult.
You gotta deal with what somebody else has built them up to be.
Yeah, and you can't get mad.
Yeah.
You can't get mad.
I got that situation not with none of my children, but like, I got a brother that I only met 3 or 4 times. You know what I mean? And his mom was telling him that some other man was his dad.
That's crazy. That'd be wrong.
You know?
That's one whole nother story and all that. That's real.
So, when I was young, my mom had reached out to his mom and my little sister's mom and got them to meet me and my
Bro,
brother.
that's the same thing I was just telling the other person that's the mother to do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like, and not to cut you off, but I'm just glad that these stories is feeding the conversation.
Yeah.
I'm like, if the man ain't gonna do it, if the man's not gonna do it, then as a woman, you should do it. Give this guy. So carry on with that. That's dope. I'm glad you go. Come on, bro. Keep on.
Yeah. So, she reached out to his mother, and he basically wasn't trying to hear it. You know what I'm saying? At that time, we was probably like
The mother or him?
the son.
The son.
The son and the mom wasn't really trying to hear that.
But she tried.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But my mom tried though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? She reached out.
Yeah.
And when we got older, it was probably like probably say we was in our mid 20s because I was still going out. So it was probably like mid 20s or something like that. And we in the Benson area. I had never seen him that I remember in my life. But story goes, he stayed next door to my what y'all call it? Chinese twin or what?
Irish
twin. Because I'm an Irish twin, you know what I'm saying? I got a brother that's 17 days younger than me. You know what I'm saying? He's 17 days younger than me. My birthday's September 20th, his is October 7th.
September 20th, that's great. My birthday September 23rd. I don't know if we ever talked about that.
No, we haven't. But yeah. So, but my other brother stayed next door to my other brother. So Marquis stayed next to Carson. That's their names. You know what I'm saying? Forgetting. So I didn't know this. I never met Marquis. I never knew him. Never seen him. none of the above. I never seen a picture of him, nothing. So we in the bar in the Benson area. I walked past him. Something told me stop and turn around. I don't know what it was, but something told me to stop and turn around. My brother was right there. I looked, and I just walked straight up to him. I'm like, "Hey man, what's your name?" He's like, "Marquise." I said, "Man, I'm your brother." You know what I'm saying? That's how that came out, bro. Straight up.
What he say?
I'm like, "Man, I'm your brother, man." He like, "What?" And we went. We was at the bar. We went from the bar to like the back little area to go outside. I called my pops. He talked to Pops and explained the whole situation and all that stuff. We had a conversation. We had a drink. I gave him my number, and I ain't never talked to him again. But I ran into him at Walmart a couple times. One time I ran into him with my kids, and you know, I mean, I introduced him like, "Hey, this your uncle." You know what I'm saying? Like, this is such and such and all of that. And he got a daughter. I started following him on Snapchat. He got a daughter and a son. He got a daughter that's like, I think she about to graduate this year. Keep it real. And so the craziest, all right, now even with this shit, right? Me, my brother, and my sister, and I guess my other brother, we all had a kid the same year. And I think it goes exactly how we are. My son first, I'm the oldest. My brother is second. His daughter came next. And then I think Marquise's daughter is somewhere in between there because he's third. And then my sister's son. All in the same year. You know what I'm saying? And the thing about that is like, our kids don't know his daughter.
Yeah. That's the main thing.
You know what I'm saying? Our kids don't know his daughter. You know what I'm saying? So now,
talk, conversate, anything.
You know what I'm saying? So now, if the situation happens to where one of our sons likes his daughter, you feel what I'm saying? Like, even when I was younger, we thought that situation happened where my sister was talking to some boy named Marquise, and we didn't know who he was.
But you know what I'm saying?
But we knew we had a brother named Marquise.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like shit like that. That's the thing about having, you know what I'm saying, those different mothers, but still being a man and having your kids around each other and making sure that they know each other. You know what I'm saying? That's the duty of us dads.
There's so much that go into being.
Come on, man. It's so much more than just, you know what I'm saying I got kids.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Sometimes, you know, these guys more for the club and everything else than with your kids. You go to the club where you kick with your kids, man. It's time to flip it around.
Oh, man.
Just flip it around, please.
Oh, man. It's you know, it's so crazy because, you know, now we got social media. So now it's social media dads. You know what I'm saying?
Stealing pictures.
Oh, man, I got my daughter this, I got my daughter that, I got my son this. But then you ain't, you know, you leave right after you get those pictures, your daughter or your son don't even know you.
I had the biggest problem with social media with my kids. And my kids' moms, I kind of had an issue with me with social media too because I would not post my kids. Like,
you want to protect them.
I wanted to protect my kids.
For sure.
So bad.
They was yours.
Mine. Like I had to learn how to post my kids.
And that probably came with difference. You probably thought because you got a clothing line, it's so easy to post. This social, this is for everyone.
Oh my god! Why you can post this jumpsuit, but you can't post your daughter at this such and such and this?
I'm telling you, I hit on the nail about it. I've experienced that thing. I know. So keep pushing.
So many avenues of being,
you know, as being a man, we still got this
clothing thing, like. Being a dad, being a present dad, it's a lot that comes with it, man. Like
present
trips.
I'm about to say, what moments do you like to spend with your kids? Like you say, you got 4 kids. What type of quality time you like to spend with them? Different ways, the girls, like
Man.
Trips y'all done been on? Anything you remember standing out? Things y'all want to do?
We love a good trip, man.
Good trip. Where y'all went last place y'all been? See stuff
We
like
went
that.
to New York.
See stuff like that.
We went
You
to
hear
New
that?
York, bro? Oh my!
That's what it's about. Legacy. You see what I'm saying? See, that's the moments.
Took him to the World Trade. The center where they had all the names and everything like that.
5 years old and been to New York, no stuff.
And that's crazy because when you think about it, for me, the oldest daughter, 16. So when you think about the year 2011, the age is like, oh, whoa, you were damn near born.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. And then there's my stepdaughter, and it's like, yo, look at this.
Man.
Like, look where we're standing.
Yeah.
That's what it is important to take your kids out of. We live in Omaha. Take them out of Omaha.
And we talk about that, bro.
God.
And we talk about that. I'm glad we talk about. That's the thing. These add up. These savings add up. This is real.
Man,
Get them out of here. And I'm gonna say you gotta leave, but get them out of here. Let them get that experience.
Took them to go see where they film. What's that show? Oh, it's my woman's favorite show. Law and Order.
Law and Order.
When
That's
they
hard.
film that in the pier and all of that. It's like, bro, it's like
Right there in New York. New York is lit, man. If you ain't ever been to New York, it's beautiful. It's love. You know, it's just hustler
broadens you,
town.
bro. It just makes you think outside the box when you pull your kids, even as a family or individually, however you want to do it. Just take your kids outside somewhere. It just opens up another sense in them, bro.
Yeah.
It's something bigger than where we at.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's somewhere that's nice, just like we got at home, but they got nicer stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And home is always gonna be home.
Yeah.
For real. I mean, right
But you
there.
can go somewhere else and see something bigger,
Yeah.
see something nicer.
You ain't never seen before. See it
For
all
real.
there.
Yeah.
Experiencing things.
Yeah. Experience.
Another thing, bro, you said you kind of like a visionary.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So I'm big on that vision. What type of vision do you see in your kids? You know what I mean? That you see in them traits, different things they could be. Like, you know, because I know for me, I didn't have dreams growing up. I didn't know I could be a barber. You see what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Stuff like that. What type of trades? That's the common trade. But and other things we could do on top of the trades or school with individualized, and now even your step kids that you take as your kids that you hands on with now. What type of talents and for things you see? Because they may look back and hear this and see this and be like, okay, all right, that's what Dad said I could do. That's what Pops could,
Well, for sure, for starters, my oldest, she just passed her CNA test.
See what I'm saying? Come on, man.
16.
Shit, come on.
Shout out.
Could you imagine getting that type of money at
16, that's what we talk about.
Not having no real responsibility.
At 16, come on, man. I'm telling
No,
you.
for sure, but I'm super proud of her. To always.
And that oldest is being an example for the youngest. You say the
Thank you.
tone.
Thank you.
For real.
Thank you. My daughters have, the 5 and 6 year olds have like babies and stuff like that with like nurse type things. It's like,
That's what's up.
Yeah.
I'm so proud of her. And then my 12-year-old, she's in basketball. They winning championships.
No.
Like I said before.
We basketball dads, we know this stuff.
Oh man, I love it, bro. I didn't think
Good games are fun.
So I'm at the games at the edge and like this.
It's fun. I'm telling you, bro. It's fun. Get out there,
Dad. And all that. And I get opportunity to do this. I'm going for it. You know?
That's dope, man.
My 5 and 6 year old, I don't know. Like my 5-year-old, very athletic. I hope whatever she does, she sees me and me doing my clothing 100% of the time.
Yeah.
So something's going
Got
to
work ethic and
peel off on her. And then her
Sure.
mom is an entrepreneur and never worked for nobody.
That's what I'm talking
So,
about. Another relevant for I'm telling you,
it's
I
like,
love that.
yeah.
Man, working for
She's
nobody, that's
seeing
hard,
the girls
man.
are
Strong
seeing
women.
stuff. Yeah.
Same thing how you was raised. So you do what you wanted. When you say like, okay, I'm choosing a good mother. You know what I mean? She had 2 kids. I'm still gonna choose a good mother, good woman, regardless. So that's hard, bro. That's dope.
And then it's so dope, bro, because my other kid's mom, she's building her way to be a police officer.
Man.
And my daughter, she's seeing that, and she talks about body and being athletic and stuff. And these two, they're eating eggs and
Hey, what are you talking about?
and stuff like that.
What are you doing?
Yeah,
I didn't learn this to now. You know,
crazy. And so it's like the last one's the 12-year-old. She wants to be a police officer. So her, all of this stuff just funneling in my village. All of this stuff just funneling in and seeing, and experiencing all of this stuff. It's like, man,
It's dope.
this is beautiful.
That's
bro.
dope.
This is beautiful.
man.
It's beautiful.
That's what it's about, father, man. Being there, being present, you know, learning
Seeing
from
it
the
all.
kids, seeing
Yeah.
it. Let's come together.
Man.
You know, we talked about, you like to see your basketball, that you love it, the sign, like we boys hands on with
Yeah.
this. You know, we gotta be hard. We get the car ride home from AAU.
Oh man, I can only imagine.
Oh, I'm stressing us out, bro.
Some of them be tough.
No, make me pull over, man.
For real. Some of them be tough. Some of them bros be tough.
Be hurting us more, like, bro.
You know what I mean? Some of them bros be tough, but,
But to see
you
the
gotta-
championship, to see
Man,
the work, like our
see the
kids
work.
is good, bro. Like, it feel,
Yeah.
like when before we was off there, like I said, I talk too much shit for my kids to be weak, man. You know, so
Man,
it feel good for the kids. Not shouts out to the kids and the parents that's just in it.
Definitely.
That's just in it. Like, oh, but
Yeah,
we
for
going for, we love championships, we love greatness, we love
Yeah.
That's
having
what
the
we
best
build.
clothing line. You don't want to have
Yeah,
anybody.
you want to be the best. Yeah, dog, you want to be the best.
That's what you're supposed
What
to
you want to
do.
be mediocre for?
For real.
What you know,
Yeah.
and man, that's another thing. It's like, be in it to really be the best. Like, if it's gonna take you some time to be the best, just put in that work.
Right.
Yeah,
Put in that work. Don't get distracted.
yeah,
Put in that work.
As long as you love what you doing.
yeah. And then
You
when you run
shouldn't
across
even feel
other
like
hard
work.
workers and other real dads and other real clothing brands and other real hoopers and other things, y'all align with each other. It won't even feel like it's a competition. It'd be like, all right, we going at each other, but we creating and making better for each other, stuff
Yeah.
like that. So that's what it's about, man. When you building with the right people and the right teams, and just locked in tunnel vision, man. You know,
Yeah.
so you already know what the clothing lines many days. Like, how can I grow? How can I expand this? What rooms can I get in? You know, so. And even with the kids, how can I grow? How can I be better with the kids? You know, it's constantly that, you know, and all of us are entrepreneurs. Bro work for himself as a plumber. You work for yourself as a clothing line and whatever else you got going on. I work for myself as a barber and a clothing line, whatever else you got going on. So we making time for the things we want to do, which is equivalent to we just take better care of our kids.
Yeah.
You know, so commend y'all, man, and y'all fathers, man. Let me see where we at. We're on the closing touch, man. Like, I don't know if it was on air or not, but you said you had all women that grew up, you know, all that. Is there any father figures out there? That any man coaches, OGs? You know, you say you grew up on 16th. I remember that. You know, unks, like, you know.
I have one father figure, amazing, Claude Harris.
Shout out to
Shout out to Claude.
That's what I'm saying. We gotta get at least one.
Shouts out.
You gotta get at least
Shouts
one
out for
Claude. Is he still around? Is he still alive?
Still around. That
Still
that
around,
man,
push.
he's
Okay.
truck driving.
That's what's up.
Truck driving. Always been about his money. Always been about his kids, his family. Just seeing that was just like, that's crazy.
How'd you meet him? How'd you know him? Stuff like that.
I met him through my best friend, Nico Harris. Shouts out Nico.
Shouts out Nico.
See, that's that village right there.
Met it through her, and then they just took me in.
Cool.
They took me in, and that
You
was
had that. That's all it takes is that one, though, huh?
Yeah.
Imagine you didn't have that Claude.
I don't know where I would be at.
For real, I mean, real.
You
Like
know?
Mr. Todd took me in. He was a father, like at the Cosby's.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Practice games, had two boys, took me in. I was one of the boys, you know. So that's all it take. I'll be open door with my multiple kids. Other people like, hey, bring your homies. Like JD, you be over the house. Other kids be over the house. I was that kid, bro. Like you said, you was that kid. So not only raise your kids, if you can save one, save two. You know, be there.
Yeah, man.
You know, because everybody ain't got the opportunities like we got all the time, and that's what we creating is everybody ain't got fathers. As you can see, our fathers wasn't there. We just doing damn good at what we doing.
For sure.
You know, so
Shouts out to us.
yeah.
For sure.
For sure.
We're gonna keep doing it. We're gonna keep elevating. Daddy News is gonna keep going up. Bigger brand coming together.
Come on, man.
You know, keep building. But Is there anything, Journey, you want to leave bro with?
Oh, well, I mean, I did want to ask him, you know, like with the brand and everything like that, like how do you manage, you know what I mean, your time with your daughters and your brand and working and just everything? How do you manage your time like that?
The truth is that took time. That took time to manage. That was not an overnight thing.
Yeah.
That took time because when you think about it as a budget.
Man.
You know, you got work. If you work, I still work. I'm a working man. Love to work, love to provide.
So you never want that 9 to 5 entrepreneur. That's what's about.
Yeah.
Sure.
Shouts out to a 9 to 5. So
Shouts
I'm
out.
working. Then I have my clothing. Then I have my kids. Then I have my woman. Then I have my personal life.
Right.
It's a lot.
Got to sacrifice something here.
In 24 hours.
In 24 hours.
And you really don't get 24. You sleep 8, supposed to.
Yeah.
Like you balance it, you're doing a good job at it, you feel like you manage it.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes you feel like, all right, let me pick up it over here, pick up over there.
Yeah. Yeah, and that was actually the, like I said, I've been doing this for 9 years, but I worked my ass off so heavily hard the first 5 or 6 years. I had to take 3 years off because I was missing a piece. I was feeling empty. And that's what people don't understand about business. When you start to feel empty, you need to go figure out what that emptiness is. Don't try to keep running through it because you can make mistakes.
Yeah.
And I was starting to make mistakes. So when I took a scale back, the emptiness was I needed my family. I needed my family. And I needed
Structure.
God. I needed structure.
Amen. God first.
Sure,
Amen.
man.
Shouts out to
God
G-O-D.
first, for sure.
I'm glad you brought that up. You know, that's why I don't say that's why, but it'd be divine. I don't know if we talked about that while we shoot on Sundays. Every last podcast have been shot on a Sundays. You know, God is first. God has changed my life. I keep my kids, my sons, we talked about that. They got baptized, you know. So we have big moments that we've been sharing with each other in these 10 episodes. Now the 11
those
with you.
moments.
Yeah, so that's dope. Do y'all belong to a church or anything? Or?
Yep.
Good. See, that's dope.
St. Mark's Baptist.
Shout out to St. Mark's. See, get your kids in church.
We all got baptized.
That's dope.
Well, me and Mom got baptized together in front of our kids. Showing them, you know, unity. You know, like breaking generational curses.
You hear that? We break, we snapping.
Man.
You see them chains, they coming off. Every day, man.
True.
People want to have them handcuffs on and show, we magnitude the wrong things, you know what I mean? Or let's magnitude this, you know, so baptism, structure, being a real father to everything, starting the clothing line, having a 9 to 5, being a man, you know, not and you didn't say nothing, there's just struggles, but I guarantee it's what besides the noble, you know what I mean? We heard a small piece of a struggle that was your bigger scale. So we know it's plenty more in there as a man.
The biggest struggle was those 3 years. These 3 years, I'm just now. This is 2026. I'm just now getting ready to come out with a drop. Just now. But 3 years, because it was just like I couldn't drop anything as bad as I wanted to because it was like everything that I thought about dropping was not going to drop out properly. The rollout was not proper.
That's
And when you have a reputation,
yeah.
you can't just put out no bull.
That's dope. I'm glad you say that in entrepreneur because we clothing. You know, remember the white is white at. What he said, we can't put on no.
We can't give you no.
I can go, and guess what? You got structure at home. You can go home to your kids and love them, but you don't gotta force this. Let me go home.
Yeah.
Let me get God. Let me do what I gotta do with the creativity. Come back to it. There we go. Cause clothing like music. Why do you think? Why the artists ain't drop? Why is that? They living life. They going through life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You want them hits?
That's what the music
You gotta
comes.
let them live.
Oh yeah, well you love them so much, love them through they quiet and love them.
Story.
Yeah.
Keep it real, man. Them hardest, they say when an artist is going through the hardest time, they make their best music.
There you go.
Doubt.
There you go.
Without a doubt.
Yeah.
Without a doubt.
That's dope. So man, like I said, this is Daddy Duties, episode number 11, season 2, episode number 1 on season 2,
Sure.
man. It's been dope. Is there anything you want to leave with to the cameras, to us?
Yeah, where we at? Right here?
Right there, right
You right here?
Yeah.
Right there.
That's what I'm saying.
Talk to him.
You won't be shit unless you take care of your kids.
Man.
So take care of them babies.
Man.
It ain't about that mom. It ain't about you. It's about them babies. Take care of the babies, and everything else gonna flow.
For real.
So I gotta say no.
That's real.
Noble. Hey, you know me, mental health. Stay up on your mental health. Whatever you got to do that, do it. We just had, what they say, a suicide the other day.
Did we?
You know what I mean?
Damn.
Yeah, we
Popped
did.
yourself.
Black dude?
Yeah.
Damn.
Popped yourself, man. Over, you know, I don't know what it was over. They say he was at his ex-house, tripping, domestic. Police came, he shot at the cop, shot a cop, and shot himself. That's allegedly. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. So,
But like you say, mental
don't take
health.
my word, but this is allegedly what happened.
So you said mental
you know,
health,
mental
dealing
health,
with.
man. Make sure you taking care of your mental health, man.
Please
'Cause,
make sure if you gotta,
Man.
you gotta check into a spot in
man,
3 days, brother. Don't be ashamed. Check
Yeah.
into that spot, get
Man.
right, come back, do what you got to do, get your paper.
for sure.
You know, I add on mental, spiritual, financial, physical.
Man,
You know, take care of those things, stay balanced, be a great father, keep building. Us man needed this safe space. We're gonna continue to grow. I guess we got plenty more come. Thanks for being on the
Man,
show,
I
bro.
appreciate you.
This is
I
super dope.
appreciate you.
Sure,
For sure. Being our first guest, you know.
And welcome back. This ain't gonna like whenever you feel free, bro. You know,
for sure.
yeah, you know,
For
come on,
sure.
pull up.
For sure.
You know, we want this ongoing.
Appreciate
This ain't
it.
about to be a how you stopped on the show, Breakfast Club. You know, type thing. We're glad to have you, dog. Just give us some updates. Let us hear how the kids doing. How you doing? Let us know the drop. Yeah, appreciate you, bro. Man.
Ooh, for sure.
Daddy duties, you know. Stay on your daddy duties, and we out.
Yeah, peace.